Pastor Ed here with Daily Devotion for Wednesday, November the 29th, 2023. Our reading for today is taken from the letter of 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, verses 7 through 8. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. From now on there is reserved for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will give me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing. This coming Sunday, December the 3rd, is the first Sunday in Advent, which means, of course, that it's also the first Sunday of a brand new church year. And while the church year doesn't coincide exactly with the calendar year, they're close enough that we can speak at this point and also consider, I think, a review of where we've been, and then also give some thought as to how we would like the year to end as well. In other words, how we'd like to finish. Back on May 29th, 2011, it certainly looked like it was destiny. It was the day that Dale Earnhardt Jr. was rounding the last lap of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. You can just imagine the script that was being written. It was Memorial Day. He was being sponsored by the National Guard. You couldn't get much more patriotic than that. Moreover, he was finally going to win for the first time in 105 races. The fans were hysterical, stomping and cheering louder and louder as he came around the backstretch of the Coca-Cola 600. And then suddenly it was over. The gas tank of his Chevrolet ran dry, and Kevin Harvick sped right past him and stole the victory. The race was lost because Dale Earnhardt Jr. ran out of gas on the last lap of his race. He'd run a good race, great one even, but he wasn't able to finish it off. Well, here at Hope, we're rapidly approaching the end of yet another year of mission and ministry. Good things have been happening. Adding Josh Staudinger as our new director of faith formation, in addition to his ongoing ministries in music and communication, represents a huge step forward, one that will pay significant dividends not only now but in the future as well. And our continued exploration of the possibility of expanding and renovating our church facility in order to enhance our key ongoing ministries represents moving from simply the dreaming stage to being able to actually implement and carry out that vision. And then there are all the other ministries at Hope as well that continue to serve our members and also the greater community in a wonderful and life-changing way. But are we going to finish the year well? Once again, we're anticipating that our offerings for the year will be less than what we hoped for and expected. Once again, this means that we'll have fewer dollars to fund the programs and efforts that mean so much to so many people, including and especially those being served beyond our congregation who are not even members of Hope. Reduced financial support means that moving forward, we may not be able to fund these ministries at the same level or degree. In some ways, we're kind of like Dale Earnhardt Jr. back in 2011. We've been running a great race, but as we're approaching the finish line, we're also in danger of running out of gas. In other words, the financial resources that fuel our ministry engine. And so as we head into these final weeks of the calendar year and embark upon a brand new church year, I would like to invite each of us to review our giving thus far and prayerfully consider going the extra mile with our offerings, if that's possible. I realize that in some cases, and for some of us, this is simply not realistic. Please know that we're always grateful for what you have been able to do in terms of your giving. But for others of us, we do have the means and the resources to actually consider second mile giving to help Hope finish out the year on a positive note and to begin reversing our recent trend of decreased offerings each year. Decreased offerings that, if this trend is not reversed, will eventually result in the need to possibly cut back on some vital programs and ministries. In the reading with which I began this message, the biblical writer wrote about fighting the good fight, finishing the race, keeping the faith. Well, this should be our goal as well, both collectively and also individually. As we heard last Sunday in that reading from 2 Corinthians chapter 9, when it comes to our giving, God has provided us with, quote, every blessing in abundance, so that by always having enough of everything, we may share abundantly in every good work. Will you join me, if you're able, in helping Hope to finish the year well? And thanks, as always, for your involvement and your commitment and your support. Take care. Have a great day. I'll be back with you again with Daily Devotions tomorrow. Bye.